You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. I've got your weekly prediction edition. Chelsea is about to confess, and Kyle may go completely berserk. We've got predictions for Kyle and Summer, for Billy and Chelsea, for Tracy and Alan, for Nick and Daniel and Sharon, and also for Jack, Diane, and Kyle. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as always, my predictions are based on recent episodes and upcoming official CBS soap spoilers. Click that subscribe button if you're not following us. Let's dive right in. Our first prediction: Kyle may try to invalidate or undo Summer's adoption of Harrison. So we got this retcon. Josh Griffith has gone back and rewritten history because so many fans were upset about the whole there was no adoption, Summer really doesn't have legal rights thing, and he has retroactively invented a very improbable foreign adoption of an American child who has a mother who hasn't signed over rights. So messy. Then on Monday, August 12th, Summer demands that Kyle cut Audra out of his life based on her assumption he's involved with Audra, and Kyle has had enough of Summer after trying to play nice, and he finally tells her, "See you in court," you know? And I just wonder, given the animosity between them and how it's not that Summer is even asking for visitation, she is trying to take Kyle's son. That is his biological son. And yes, she's been mothering Harrison for a while, but that's not her kid. I understand she was raising him, but that is Kyle's son, 100%. And he's not a bad dad. He's not doing anything wrong. There is no legal reason she should be trying to strip away his rights and get sole custody. I am not always Team Kyle. I do think he's selfish. I do think he's entitled. But in this case, Summer is even more selfish and entitled, and she is going to hurt Harrison before it's all over. And I could totally see Kyle trying to unravel that adoption, maybe saying it was done on false pretenses, maybe trying to just strip away any visitation she has and saying he never should have agreed to the adoption. There's a bunch of mess coming in this storyline. Our second prediction: Billy Abbott drags the truth out of Chelsea, who comes clean on cheating with Adam. So on Monday, August 12th, Billy tells Chelsea that he knows there's something she's keeping from him, but he gets chill about it, and he's like, you know what? You got stuff to focus on with Connor. Don't worry about it. We can talk about it later or not at all. And he's reassured when she tells him ignore Adam's gatekeeping. Because remember, Billy was talking about going to see Chelsea, and Adam's like, stay out of the way. They don't need you there right now. And then Chelsea snaps at Adam on Monday, and he is very worried and asks her if her guilt is going to make her confess to Billy. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, Jack irritates Billy. He's mad about the Abbott name going on Chancellor. He thinks he can't trust his brother. So the week is getting worse and worse for Billy. On Thursday, August 15th, Adam and Chelsea are together again talking about Connor issues. And then by Friday, August 16th, it looks like Billy is at the end of his rope. It's been a hard week. Everybody's coming at him. He's being forced to take a step back at Chancellor because of Lily and Victor's threats. And I think he's just going to be to his just breaking point in general. And something's going to trigger him to confront Chelsea. And I don't think she can withstand the scrutiny. I don't even think he's going to have to push that hard before Chelsea falls apart and confesses what they did, and then it's going to get really soapy. All right, our third prediction: Traci Abbott and Alan Laurent get engaged. This is what I'm predicting based on these spoilers on Wednesday, August 14th. Tracy brings Alan home with her to Genoa City. If you remember, she took him from Paris to LA with her, where she was meeting with a studio. Somebody has optioned one of her books for a movie, and she invited him along. He was very happy to go. And so now she's bringing him home with her, which is a very big deal. And they are out for a double date night with Diane and Jack at Society. And Tracy's brother says that he knew they were getting close, but he didn't know they were getting that close. So what is that close? That has me really wondering. They definitely seem to be moving things forward with Tracy and Alan, although most of the action seems to be off screen, which bothers me to some extent, but I'm just glad Tracy has a storyline, so I can live with it. I hope you guys can too. And remember, Abby just got engaged to Devon, so I'm just wondering if her aunt Aunt Tracy is going to get a ring too. That would be kind of exciting. You know, nobody wants a double wedding with those four, I don't think. But I would be really excited if Alan turns out to be Tracy's happily ever after endgame relationship and she has love in her life like we've all wanted for her for so long. Our fourth prediction, Daniel warns Nick that Sharon is in a spiral. So last week, you know, we saw Sharon just falling apart. She is off her meds. She was planning to go to Sedona for a retreat, and she was kind of reassuring everybody. But the bottom line is she has bipolar. I think that's the correct diagnosis. And she is off her medication and she's hallucinating poor dead Cassie and hallucinated kissing Nick, and then is now hallucinating Cameron. He seems to be the personality that's sticking around the most, encouraging her to do bad things starting very soon, actor Lyndon Ashby revealed in an interview. And by the way, if you've been upset that Sharon hasn't had a frontline plot, well, the actress herself, Sharon Case, said that she had actually wanted to take a good bit of time off this year just as kind of a break for her to do some things she wanted to do. So she wasn't off screen, so she says, because Josh Griffith wasn't writing for her, but off screen because she didn't want to be on screen. So there's a spoiler photo for next week of Nick and Daniel having a very serious chat at Crimson Lights. And I feel like it's got to be about Sharon because Daniel went over and talked to her about Cassie. He talked about doing a video game thing to honor her. And he sees how much Sharon is kind of in a Cassie fixated spiral right now. And I think he wants to do the right thing and let Nick know what he observed. But this might be difficult. You know, I don't know how angry that Nick might be with Daniel also over the Cassie stuff, but hopefully it goes well because Sharon needs help and I want Nick to be there for her. Fifth and final prediction, the custody case reunites Jack, Diane, and Kyle. Last week, Jack and Diane tried to get Summer to just kind of back down when she was smack talking Kyle to them. And then Phyllis got all up in Diane's face about, being a bad parent. Phyllis started something for no reason. And she got Diane's hackles up. She's in mama bear mode. And despite whatever issues at Jabot that Jack and Diane had with Kyle, they are his parents. They want the best for him. And on Monday, August 12th, of course, as I talked about earlier, Kyle is trying to meet Summer in the middle, but she is making irrational and just unreasonable demands and is trying to steal his son. That's not okay. And, Kyle told Summer, I'll see you in court. And then on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, Phyllis has some advice for Summer. That is never a good thing. And of course, Jack and Diane are going to side with Kyle. Already they will because he's their son. But now that they know Phyllis is spinning things up, they are going to be doubling down, and them trying to help him save his son and keep his son in his life could put aside all these hard feelings. Those are all of our weekly predictions. Hey, click that subscribe button if you're not following us. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think, where you're hoping these storylines are going, and be sure to come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt talking Y&R with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.